So today we're going to take a look at this big old eye on the back of this stone here. So you see how it's kind of like an odd shaped diamond. When you turn it to make it more of a diamond, it turns more into an eye, and in different shadows you'll be able to see the textures and the other little lines coming out of it. It's not a perfect little statue because these are puzzles. They're made to be little tricks and little puzzles for us to figure out. So there's a plethora of great big faces with really neat eyes on them on this stone, and I just saw one right off the bat that I wanted to show you. Of course, this top piece right here is the headdress version, so this is the pointy headdress version we see a lot of. So if we're not seeing it at first, of course this is this little headdress here. Go ahead and get the right angle. Of course these are to be looked at from the side and from the edges, so when you get it right, you'll see an all tucked in version, so a little white speck for the eye perhaps, and the point that's furthest out would be the nose, and then you always see the tiniest little indentation for the lips. Just ignore this right now because that's part of the headdress back there. So this is a learned art. It takes about 2.5 to 3 weeks of learning the bird effigies, I guess, to figure it out. There's also a giant eye on the headdress, so you'll see how the carvings, or the natural crystal, the way they accentuated the natural crystal there and put a big old eye right on the forehead of that, and that's common in this art. There's also a small little eye right there, if you guys can see that one. Little pupil right there and the little lines running out of it. You see the little gray area, this whole spot right here, there's the pupil right there. So they love to put some eyes on hats for sure. You can see how the crystal there is around, like the little eye would be tucked in under there. Maybe like a little soldier or something. Maybe big nose, big chin variant. Let's see what we can get. There was a really great one on here, but there's a bunch on here as well. This is just big triangle head guy. It's carved in eye right here, I believe, and his open mouth. Of course, there's going to be several. You'll see more. This is a really cool one. This little eye right here. It's tilted to the side so it looks correct. See how it's a half moon shape? The straight line on the top, and then it's curved against the sandstone. You see how this would be the mouth. There's some amazing little statues. This is what they did before TV. It's also more than that. It's how they captured their history. This might be a bird right here in white. It's how they captured their history. It's how it's really, when you learn how to see this art, there's a little eye, a nose, and a mouth right here. It is showing you pictures of people from the past. Oh, look at the little lines in the eye now. You can see all the little, I can get her focus for us. You see the little 1, 2, 3, 4 down here for this eye. It's a really great one. So we're going to turn that one a little bit. He's got the large headdress on. You can see how it's all blocky and square right there. This whole thing is a headdress. Just looking at that section that's revealed there, it's a little tucked in face with the eye right in the top there poking out. Some of these are great. And then you see how that's yellow? When we flip that over, there's going to be another image in there. They're not going to waste all that headdress work and everything else. Look at that eye. So what I do is I look at the eyes, and I look for the nose, and then I look for the little tiny itty bitty lips to poke out. So yes, I see a big old face right here in the crystal, this being the eye, this being the chin. So kind of a funky one. But some of this art is funky. It's old. It's before any of the media. There's no pictures of this stuff. So it's definitely worth checking out. Let's go ahead and move on to something else. Show you this one right here. So doing this conference was really awesome because I was able to see what everyone else could see, and everyone else could see every single thing So you see the diamond shaped eye in here. I would use my little feather if I could. So there's little, if I can get her focused, there's little lines and things in here. I'll go ahead and pick it back up so you can see the shadows of it. And move it around a little bit so you can see. But that's a big diamond shaped eye on a face totem. I'm gonna pull them back just a little bit so you can see some more of the shadows there. You see how it's curved on the bottom or on the top there a little bit? It's like a little Egyptian style eye, so it's kind of diamond shaped. Actually, if you just look at the eye, it's actually a bird beak as well. So you'll have the bird beak right here. I always say bird beak, bird head. So the bird beak is right here and the eye is carved in the middle, and the round head, and you see how this is kind of pointy and the neck would be cut off. Let's try to flip it upside down and see what we see there. Oh, focus. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting art, and it is a real thing if anyone was questioning it. I don't think anyone's questioning it yet, which is pretty smart because, I mean, there's really no denying it. I saw some people showing me some things on this gateway piece, which is really neat. So let's go through a couple of those real quick. So left side profile this time. Never saw this one before. So the black spot for the eye, and this part where my thumb is the nose. And watch for those little lips. We're just looking at that layer. This would be the lips, I think, on that one. The black eye, the nose, and then the lips in there. Let's see if we can get it to come out. There we go. The eye might be in a different spot, but you can see the nose and the lips definitively. So once you see something definitively, like now I see this circle as the eye. See that red circle? Right there, it's got some little lines coming out of it. 1, 2, 3. And we'll tilt it a little more here and try to get this other image, because I'm sure there's another one in here. There's probably several. All these little ledges are something. Some of them have little eyes hidden under the ledges, like this one does. You can see how it's carved, the little spots inside there. See, under that little ledge there's an eye, and so let me tilt this out to be, so we saw the eye in that ledge. Remember where that ledge is. There's also other eyes as well. This one gets a little complicated. Okay, so this one right here, a dug in eye where my thumb is, the nose, and then the mouth right here. Every one of these little edges is one, so we can see the nose and the chin right here, and there's going to be a little eye right in the corner here. You can see the little carvings where the rest of it is smooth. See if I can bring it into the light. You see how that eye comes out a little more? When we tilt it just the right amount, we'll see the little lips poke out. If I can keep it in the light while we do it. Well, he's neat. He's got like a big headdress or long hair. Maybe just look at the yellow as the hair. Maybe it's the woman with the long hair there. There's several different versions of different faces in this, as you can see. Whoa. So yeah, there's a bunch more on here. Let's go ahead and take a look. People were able to see this carved in face pretty easily, but also after showing them this rounded one, the very rounded eye that's on the headdress, see that's the pupil. So of course the circular eye, you can see little eyelashes even coming out, the nose and a little smiley face right there for that guy. But if we look on this one, you can see the rounded eye and you can see the little things. There's two of them, one pupil's here, one pupil's there. This one's all rounded, and when we tilt it, which we're going to do right now, you'll be able to see how the lines are all showing up. Let's look at the top one. The top one's the easier one for me right now. And so right there you can see all the little hash marks and the little lines. Keep your eyes on that while I move it around in the shadows here. so that you guys can see those lines even better once I twist it. It just so happened that big chin, big nose variant, you know, this guy right here, was the big giant crystal as well. I just brought the big crystal because I knew that everyone would be into the crystal. And so, I thought that was really neat. So yeah, look at the gateway piece when you tilt him. He gets like a smaller eye. And of course his lips are here. Interesting. Let's see what happens when we move around here. So this white section right here is going to be an eye. For sure. And the black, and this little red section right here with these little, see this little symbol? 3 lines on the top and bottom. That's also going to be an eye. Wonder which way though. Probably this way, because you see how those little lines go straight now? So look at the white section, and you can see the little carved in eye right there at the edge of my thumb. See the little circle, the nose, the mouth of a person there. They have tall hair. So that eye is probably on the headdress or the hair, like maybe a headdress. There's another one of those shelf eyes right here. Right there is the pupil of it. It's kind of like a cat eye. You can see it sitting under there, and you can see this little poking out section would be the nose. And when we get it right, those little lips will poke out. Might be a totem man. Several little recessed faces. I'm looking at the one that's focused on right now in the background. Little eye and nose and mouth in there, recessed in. Might have this as the hair coming back. These are like 3D statues. You see how cool these are? Super neat. Well, we went down the rabbit hole, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.